Let's kick off the section 3 on parameter tuning. We have the following stable diffusion parameters we are going to look into. The name of the parameters in the bracket is the technical name that we generally use for these parameters, but Playground AI calls them differently to make them friendlier for the users. So we have prompt guidance, or technically known as CFG or Classifier Free Guidance. We have quality and details, or technically called steps. We have seed, image dimensions, and sampler. Let's look at them in detail. CFG or Classifier Free Guidance or prompt guidance determines how strongly you follow the instructions in the prompt. A low CFG in range of 2 to 6, you follow the prompt instructions loosely and be more creative. But this can also generate random unidentifiable objects in some cases. A medium range of 7 to 10 is a good balance between creativity and your requirements. This is the recommended range for most of the use cases. A high range between 11 and 15 follows your prompt very strongly. If you have a highly descriptive prompts with multiple objects or items described in the prompt, you can bump up the CFG to this range. The AI model will try to display as many elements in the output image. A very high range of CFG, say 15 and above, is generally not recommended or usable. It is going to generate noise patches as well as very rough images. Next, we have steps or quality and details. This number determines the number of times the diffusion iteration is done. As we know, the diffusion process is iterative. The output from the process becomes input for the next iteration. So this number is directly the number of iterations the diffusion process is going to do. The more number of steps, the more noise reduction, the better quality and fine details in the output image. So this number is directly proportional to the number of the amount of time it takes to generate an image. Practically, you can use say 20 steps for exploration purpose and 40 to 60 for production quality. Step also depends very much on the sampler you are using. A few sampler gives good results with very few steps. Other sampler need more number of steps to give good results. The seed determines the initial noisy image. The same seed with the rest of the parameters being same produces the same result. So seed is also needed for reproducibility. Sometimes specific seed gives better results compared to others. So you need to generate images with random seed and have a chance to come across a seed that generates your desired composition. The image dimension, as discussed previously, we have portrait, landscape, and square options in Playground AI. It's better to choose the aspect ratio based on our use case. Otherwise, it's going to be tricky to generate those images. So in general, use portrait aspect ratio to generate portraits, a landscape aspect ratio to generate landscapes, and square for general illustrations or product images. Sampler determines the denoising process. It is out of scope for the current course. We cover it in some detail in intermediate course. But we can use the following thumb rule to work with the samplers. Euler ancestral gives good results for person as subject. DDIM in general is a good sampler and gives good results in many use cases, but generally it gives the best results for landscape, nature photography, paintings, other things. PLMS gives good results for images which has illustration, watercolor, and sort of abstract subject.